Greetings, everyone. It's so good to see you all here on today. I am William E. Flippin Jr. I am a realtor, commercial and residential with EXP, the fastest growing realty in the world. Last count, about 89,000 agents worldwide. No matter where I've traveled worldwide and abroad, I've always been fascinated with the dynamics of Atlanta, Georgia, which is home, which is my favorite city. I've lived here, first memories of life at the age of 3 in 1979, and I've seen Atlanta change dramatically since that time, particularly since 1990. When we were given the Olympics to host the Centennial Games. Atlanta has doubled since that time, and it's tripled since that time, actually, and doubled since the Olympics in 1996, and is planning on continuing to grow like brush fire in the next 20 years to double again. So as you know, neighborhoods are continuing to grow, are continuing to be more of high rises. The dynamics of more suburban neighborhoods are even looking more like what we see in metropolitan or areas, residential areas with high rises just booming. So what I want to do, first of all, feel free to contact me at any time if you are looking at particular markets and neighborhoods. Today, and I'm going to do a series on neighborhoods. I'm going to focus on the neighborhood of Buckhead. Buckhead, which is a neighborhood in Atlanta, Georgia. I want you to subscribe to me. I'm going to at least do videos once a week about various neighborhoods. Next week I'm going to talk about Cabbagetown and then go through that dynamic projections. And feel free to subscribe and to contact me, and you'll have my information at any time. So I am a realtor here in Atlanta, part of the Michelle Humes Group in Peachtree City, Georgia, but I am very familiar with Atlanta. Having grown up in East Atlanta, South DeKalb, Wesley Chapel, but now reside in Southwest Atlanta, the Cascade area. But I want to talk about a neighborhood, but I've done many consultations and sales in other neighborhoods. So let's focus on Buckhead. Buckhead is a neighborhood in Atlanta, Georgia that has a rich history and a dynamic housing market. Here are some facts and trends about Buckhead that you might find interesting. Buckhead was originally a rural area that was settled by Native Americans and later by European settlers. The name Buckhead comes from a story that a hunter killed a large buck deer and mounted his head on a post near the current location of the Buckhead village. Buckhead is known for its upscale shopping, dining, and entertainment options. It has more than 1,400 retail units, including my favorite mall, the Lenox Square Mall and Phillips Plaza, and over 300 restaurants. It also has several cultural attractions such as the Atlanta History Center, the Buckhead Theater, and the Chastain Park Amphitheater. Buckhead is home to some of the most expensive and luxurious homes in Atlanta. When you hear Buckhead, you think of, even now, Beverly Hills. It has several historic mansions such as the Swan House and the Governor's Mansion, as well as modern high-rise condominiums and apartments. The median sale price of a home in Buckhead was $569,000 in September of 2023, up 27.8% since last year. That's pretty significant. The median sale price per square foot in Buckhead was $337, up 6.1% since last year. Buckhead is somewhat competitive in the housing market. Homes in Buckhead receive 2 offers on average and sell in around 27 days. The average homes sell for about 2% below list price and go pending in around 31 days. Hot homes can sell for around list price and go pending in around 15 days. I think probably, in looking at Buckhead, most people who are shopping in Buckhead have probably no problems with securing pre-approval. You might even have cash offers. Most people who look at Buckhead, even though Buckhead has a range of housing, have no problems with securing the monies available to purchase a home. But despite that, in the housing market, we know that in general that of the hold of the federal interest rates and the feds and all of that, the Federal Reserve, Buckhead has still experienced some migration and relocation trends. In May of 2023 to July even of 2023, 33% of Buckhead homeowners searched to move out of Buckhead, while 67% look to stay within the metropolitan area. People are moving to Buckhead from New York, Washington, and Atlanta more than any other metros. People are leaving Buckhead for Asheville, Gulfport, and Knoxville more than any other metros. Well, probably, those who are living in Buckhead are retirement age. They're moving to smaller cities, or they're selling their homes and getting great value for them and going to markets that are cheaper, such as Asheville, Gulfport, and Knoxville, and maximizing on their equity. Buckhead is a vibrant and diverse area of Atlanta with more than 40 distinct neighborhoods to explore. Each neighborhood has its own charm and character, offering a range of lifestyles and amenities. Here is a brief tour of some of the most popular neighborhoods in Buckhead. But before I talk about the popular neighborhoods in Buckhead, I also want to say that one of the reasons that people are moving from Buckhead, a couple of years ago, Lenox Square, I want to always tell the truth for those who are looking at Buckhead, had a series of documented shootings. So to a point, Lenox, that usually is a safe place, had to get heightened security. It was documented in the news. So I believe that part of the migration out of Buckhead could be security. Even though they live in gated communities, but the security compromise based on those highlighted newsworthy events has something to do with it. So I want to be definitely transparent if you're looking at Buckhead to give you a little bit of that history. I haven't seen lately any documented shootings at Lenox Square or other places, but what it did though is show that anywhere, in any culture, or any place in Atlanta, you have to be careful with your security. And Buckhead and those areas have always been the exception to the rule, it seems. So, but I don't think it's thwarted Atlanta's visibility as a great international city. We're hosting the FIBA Games in 2026, various other things. So, but for that spell, I think during the pandemic, actually, Buckhead got a bad rep. But I think it's still a great place to live. Let's talk about probably the most exclusive part of Buckhead. Number one neighborhood, Tuxedo Park. named for the majestic nature of its homes. Tuxedo Park is one of the most exclusive, top-tier neighborhoods in Buckhead. It is home to some of the most expensive and luxurious properties in the city, as well as the governor's mansion. The neighborhood is known for its large lots, mature trees, and elegant architecture. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Second neighborhood I want to talk about is Argonne Forest, another highly popular neighborhood in Buckhead. Argonne Forest was developed from an original estate covering more than 100 acres. It is a peaceful and secluded community with spacious homes and beautiful, beautiful landscaping. The neighborhood is close to the West Paces Ferry shopping district, as well as the prestigious Westminster and Pace Academy schools. Another neighborhood, after we look at Tuxedo Park, Argonne Forest, is Chastain Park. Chastain Park is the largest public park in Atlanta, and the neighborhood surrounding it is one of the most desirable in Buckhead. Residents enjoy access to a variety of recreational facilities, including a golf course, a tennis center, a swimming pool, a horse park, and an amphitheater. The neighborhood also boasts some of the best schools in the city, such as Jackson Elementary and the Galloway School. Another neighborhood is Brookhaven. Brookhaven is a historic. Brookhaven has been a popular Buckhead area for over 100 years. Developed in 1910, it has evolved today in a destination conveniently close to Phipps Plaza and Lenox Square malls, restaurants, and other amenities of the Buckhead Village District. Also, Oglethorpe University is there. To me, is a connector to the other sides of Decatur, North Druid Hills and others. It's a great connector place. The neighborhood features a mix of historic and modern homes, many of which overlook the Capital City Country Club golf course. And one last neighborhood that I want to highlight is Buckhead Village. Buckhead Village is literally in the heart of Buckhead, where style and elegance meet Southern charm. The neighborhood is experiencing exponential growth with new developments such as the St. Regis Hotel and Residences, very, very nice, the Buckhead Atlanta Shopping District, and the Buckhead Theater. It is the place to be for exceptional restaurants, nightlife, and entertainment. Now, let me say this. These are just some of the many, many neighborhoods that make up Buckhead, Atlanta's most affluent and dynamic community. Whether you are looking for a quiet and cozy retreat, a lively and trendy hotspot, or anything in between, you can definitely find it in Buckhead. I believe that Buckhead will continue to rise beyond the projections because of its centered location, its exclusive destination. So if you are interested in knowing more about the neighborhoods of Buckhead and the surrounding areas, or anywhere in Atlanta, but in this case, Buckhead, feel free to reach out to me. William E. Flippin Jr., Michelle Hume's group. I was featured as a best agent in 2023, and I just look forward to hearing from you in your move, your transition, even from Atlanta neighborhood to another, or if you're coming from out of town. I am here for you. Thank you.